Gil's sitting at the table over here going, "Which song is that?" And I go, "It's called Magic Power, Gil. You wrote it." When Grenville played, that was great, Grenville, by the way. Where's Grenville? He's taking a break. It was awesome, man. Really good. Beautiful. You put Stefan Grappelli to shame. No, it was great. It was awesome. It's wonderful being here. I get to sit by the real rock star in the room, Mayor Crombie over there. Gil would agree with me on that. She's a sweetheart, and she's done incredible work for this great city. And it's one of the most successful cities in Canada, is it not? Yeah. To no small part, the work, obviously, of all the wonderful businesses in this city. I was going to make a bunch of really fatal attempts at jokes, but I don't think I'm going to do that because Gil's really nervous, and I think it'll freak him out if people don't. And Sonny as well. So I'll keep this not so brief, but fairly serious. And the Swansons are over there, and Spike, Lauren. Spike is Gilly's son. This is the Business Achievement, Lifetime Achievement Award for Mississauga. And a lot of you know what an incredible, talented, and intuitive businessman Gil is. And all of you know that he's the drummer in the legendary band, Hall of Fame inducted band, Triumph. But a lot of you don't know what a great businessman he is. And for those who don't know that, in retrospect, Gil grew up in Mississauga from the age of 7. He started playing in bands at the age that a lot of us did, which was 13. And in Gil's words, it was to get the chicks. His band was called, wait for it here, Mondo Plus 4. And I can't imagine what you guys wore. But his entrepreneurial spirit showed up early. As a teenager, Gil worked as an agent, a roadie. He delivered furniture. I'm getting worn out just reading this stuff. He worked at Credit Valley Golf Course, and all the while playing drums and singing in bands. Before he was 20, he raised enough money to buy a house and stuffed the garage full of sound and light equipment, and then he rented all that out. And we were one of your best customers, and we went broke renting all of your stuff from you, Gilly, when I was in a band called Harvest. Some habits die hard, and against my advice, he acquired a sound and light company 12 years ago, which has gone on to become one of the most successful and respected sound and light companies in Canada. Also against my advice, Gil started a private college, career college, which specializes in media arts. I believe I said something to him along the lines of, "Are you kidding me? What the hell do you know about running a school?" And Gil came back with, "I got kicked out of enough schools to know the difference between the good ones and the bad ones." I said that. Now, it has gone on to become one of the most respected media schools in North America, and it's right here in Mississauga. I digress, though. In his teen years, Gil played in bands Sherman and Peabody, Abernathy, Shagmaster, listen to these names, as well as the much-vaunted Mondo Plus 4. And finally, he settled on, good move, Gilly, a band called Triumph, and their meteoric rise began. The rest of that is, as they say, music history. And what people don't know is that Triumph, with Gil and Mike Levine at the helm, managed themselves, which was unprecedented at the time, and it still is, really. Between Gil, Mike, and Rick, they'd figured out that in this proverbial game it would be more cost-effective to build their own recording studio, and they built the legendary Metalworks studio back in the early 80s, and it became the backbone of what became Gilly's empire now. Hard work, ambition, imagination, curiosity, shrewdness, and a fear of failure, which Gil and I talk about quite a bit. These are some of the traits that drove Gil as a young man, still do, and they have fueled by his love for life and music. But the thing that truly sets Gil apart, that defines him more than anything else, above all else, is his massive heart. Gil's dedication to his family, Sonny, and the kids Holly, Miles, and Lauren is intense and it's unwavering, as well as the Swansons. He's a dedicated family man, and Lauren is his right arm in his business, and I can't think of a cooler thing than that, than having your daughter as your partner beside you at the job, and he couldn't get along without you, Lauren. Don't let him tell you anything else. Lauren always says, Uncle Tom, get him out of the office. Get him out of the office. Get him on the golf carts. He's driving us crazy. And he said that once in a while. Holly isn't here tonight. I thought she was cheerleading, but she's not. She's studying for an exam. And Gil and Sonny are very proud of her. She's on the Canadian national team, cheerleading team. And Gil's very proud of that. I call Gil the Impaler. That's his nickname. That's a whole other story. But anyways, Gil's childlike enthusiasm is contagious, whether he's traveling to the Lake of the Woods with Miles to catch a 52-inch muskie, and Miles is a world-class fisherman now, at 17 years of age, Miles? And great outdoorsman, so it's a good Canadian tradition he's carrying on in. Or showing pictures on the golf course of Miles' latest 12-pound rainbow catch from the credit, or imitating the Three Stooges, Curly being your favorite, Gilly, and on the course. And there's Sonny, and she actually tapes episodes of the Three Stooges for me. What woman, Sonny, stand up and take a bow. I mean, this gorgeous, elegant woman tapes the Three Stooges for Gil. The list of charities and directorships listed in the program there that Gil is involved with, some music related and some not, is a very, very long one. In addition to those, he has always supported Mississauga community charities, and he's been prominent in Mississauga functions like this one. Gil is humble, and he doesn't like to talk about those things. Personally, I like to relate a story that Gil never talks about. In 2005, Alex Lifeson from Rush, Denise Donlan, and myself, we spearheaded with a number of NGOs and CBC Canada for Asia initiative to help the people suffering from the tsunami at the end of 2004. And Gil was at every meeting. He worked harder than all of us, to make sure it all came off without a hitch. He worked tirelessly and humbly behind the scenes with very little credit, and without him, it wouldn't have happened. And that's Gilly. As the owner of Metalworks Institute, Gil takes an active role in the development of all its students. He very often brings up the success of one student or another as if he's talking about his own family. And like a proud father, even the struggling kids, he likes to take aside, and with the staff, they try to figure out how they can help and make things better. He's incredibly loyal and generous to his friends to a fault, and I'm very proud to call him my best friend. If you need his help, he's there in an instant. And I know he'd take a bullet for me. Hopefully it won't come to that, Gil. And he's... if told something in confidence, he'd take it to his grave. He is one of Mississauga's proudest and most prominent citizens. Please, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Gil Moore.